Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to continue to be your daily advocate. If you're new here or you're not subscribed for any reason, please do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button. Thank you to all of you who have been watching and following me for so long. It truly means a lot, and I'm glad that I can be this person.
It is a $1.9 trillion market cap for crypto right now, ladies and gentlemen. We are up 1.11%. We're going to see a lot of crypto advertisements in the Super Bowl game today. The advertisers in Wall Street Journal are calling it the Crypto Bowl. So it is really unveiling crypto to the masses, not just us, the speculators, retail investors, right? The prospectors that have been here for years. We're talking about brand new money is going to be exposed to crypto today to at least the FTX exchange, crypto.com, and Coinbase. So I'm very excited to see that. Right now, it's February 13, 2022. Bitcoin 42,500 before the game starts. 2,900 plus for Ethereum, and we see XRP at 83 cents. Let's take a look at this really quickly. The range of price is 76 on the bottom and 85 on the top. Let's get into what we got to talk about today. First of all, on this day of the Crypto Bowl, Ethereum fees, $6.70 to $73 plus to make a transaction. That is not a scalable solution for the future, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm not saying that the price won't go up on on Ethereum. I'm sure that it will. But the reality is, understanding the corruption that has been behind it, the conflict of interest with the SEC, I tell you, there's bad mojo tied up into that thing, and I just don't see how I could put my money in it. And I'm not trying to convince anyone else. I hope if you're in it, I hope you make a ton of money. Very happy for anybody who makes money on anything. But for me, I just can't do it. Look right here, we see it's coming on faster than they think. They told us it'd be 8-10 years away before we got quantum computing. But IBM is installing it up in Canada. Oh, the lies, the lies, the lies. I remember when DAI caught a lot of heat about that too. You know, that quantum computing, it's here, ladies and gentlemen. Well, what is this if it ain't? What the hell is this? Strobe light? Nightclub? I don't think so. You know, there's a lot coming on very quickly when it comes to technology. And I tell you, if your blockchain technology cannot resist quantum computing, you may have a problem on your hands. We know David Schwartz had covered that very quickly and said that they could write some kind of code and drop it right in to address any threat as it pops up. Crypto mergers and acquisitions, M&As as they call them, soared from $1.1 billion in 2020 to $55 billion, representing a massive surge of 4,846%, according to a report by PwC. You don't think this crypto thing's going away, do you? Again, they call it the Crypto Bowl. I want to take you right here because, this is a comment here and a tweet from Hassan Al-Nazi, who really puts out some great stuff. I enjoy this guy's positive insight on XRP and crypto. And what I have to say here is that this reminded me of a interview, which I couldn't find. I looked for it. I spent quite a bit of time looking for it, but I couldn't find it. And if any of you find it, send it to me on Twitter, DM me. Remember when Brad Garlinghouse said he thought like 99% or 90+% of the crypto space would go away because of regulation and because utility would become the real watermark for this space, as it should, by the way? Well, Hassan says here only 1% of cryptos will survive, led by XRP. 99% will go with the wind forever. I really do believe that. And I do believe that regardless of the pain that we're feeling now because of the lack of regulatory clarity and the overgrab from the SEC, however this shakes out, I really do believe that we will see the majority of these cryptos fall away because they don't really solve a problem. Make sure you're asking yourself that when you go to put your hard-earned money into an asset or a project. Canada set to become crypto powerhouse with the introduction of a new cryptocurrency bill. Again, this is the whole, is the USA behind? Everybody else around the world has clarity, yada, yada, yada. But I really feel like it is intentional. And I'm going to show you something before we leave here today, which I believe is a very powerful visual of the progress that Ripple is making here. Okay, and I hope it hits you just the way that it hits me when I put it together. So I think you're really going to enjoy it. But as we see, the rest of the world is getting their act together, getting their clarity, introducing the kind of bills they need to really understand how to regulate cryptocurrency, this new emerging asset class. And I don't believe for a second that the U.S. will miss the boat on this fourth industrial revolution. Although it feels like it. European Union Commissioner for Financial Services announced February 9th plans to introduce a bill creating a digital euro next year, according to Politico. Now listen, this really is important to understand this because, again, I'm going to show you, we had news about, remember the Digital Euro Association that was just announced this week? That Ripple is now a part of. Well, I tell you, it's not the only thing to take a look at. Remember this little clip here? Let me play this little clip of Naveen Gupta from Ripple. And it's just as Stephan Hubert reminds us here, we're not here to take market share. We're here to make a dent in the universe. Naveen Gupta says it best. Let's hear him tell it.
Put you on the spot here. No, it's very simple. So I think one thing, if there is one message that you can get in this room is, Ripple is not an ordinary company. We are not here to have a small market share or do X, do Y, and make small amount of money or something to happen. We are here to make a dent in the universe. Either we will change the remittance universe, the way you understand, the way value gets transferred across the world, between people, between institutions, or we will just fade away. So it's almost 0 or 1, and some of it comes from our Silicon Valley arrogance. Some of it comes from, that's the reason 6 years ago, we were born with the mission of moving money like information moves today, right? And we are making it possible working with the existing ecosystem. So I think this is a key differentiator about Ripple. And that's the reason we are a monoline company. Every day we get tens of ideas to say, why don't you do security settlement? Why don't you work in trade finance? Why don't you do X, Y, Z? And what we tell them is, just cross-border remittances is $155 trillion problem. We'll solve this first. We'll make a difference to everybody who's present in this room. And once we have made the difference, then only we will look at something else. So we are like, Google is for search, Ripple is for remittances. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to do it right, and we will not rest till we earn your respect.
And there you have it right there. Nobody says it better than Naveen Gupta, I tell you. And I really do believe they are going to solve that problem. And again, the bold remark, we're not here just to take market share. We're here to make a dent in the universe. Look at what they're doing, because we're about to take a good solid look at what they're doing. All right, let's take a look at this. Ripple's APAC policy director, on-demand liquidity can be used as a neutral bridge between central bank digital currencies. All of us understand this, but let's understand the larger point of what's going on here. Has Ripple changed their narrative? They're being sued by the Securities Exchange Commission. Do you see them pivoting because what they're doing is in jeopardy? Do you see them pivoting because central bank digital currencies will settle themselves? The answer is no. No, you don't. And in fact, this is what he says here. A big problem that RippleNet solves in today's banking system, there are considerable liquidity issues and a lot of capital is tied up in pre-funding. Ripple solves that problem by using a solution called on-demand liquidity. Our customers can leverage the digital asset XRP as a neutral bridge asset between two currencies, which eliminates the need for pre-funding in destination accounts and substantially reduces their capital overheads and operational costs. Let me full stop right there. We know this, right? I know, not breaking news, but let me tell you what is breaking news. You can settle without XRP if you want to. And in fact, 75% of the volume of transactions on there, according to Ripple, do settle without XRP. But what's he pitching here? What's the policy director at Ripple for the APAC region pitching here? Is the use of XRP because the advantage of not having to pre-fund the accounts, right? That's what we're talking about here. Giving the advantage back to the banks to not only use the system for the speed and settlement and efficiency and scalability, but because you don't have to pre-fund, now you can take access to that dormant capital. If you ever wanted to explain to somebody why would they use XRP instead of not use it, there's your core backbone reason right there, right? And as value is driven into the asset and utility moves onto the through the protocol, the XRP ledger, which is a decentralized exchange, and as more liquidity is brought to the network, to settle these things, what do we understand? It will drive the price of XRP extremely high, but not until it's used in mass by those participants. Let's take a look at the progress that we've heard of late. We know that the Ripple private ledger, Central Bank of Bhutan, for launching CBDC. So this is about the Ripple CBDC connections here. Republic of Palau, Ripple private ledger. The UK, Ripple is on the Digital Pound Foundation with Susan Friedman. What did we just hear this week? The European Union, the Digital Euro Association, has brought Ripple on board to help the 27 countries inside the European Union implement and launch a central bank digital currency. 27 countries in the European Union, 28, 29, 30. You think it's a mistake that the US is waiting until the last moment to do it? I don't. Not only do they get the advantage to see what the other countries find out work as a pro and a con, but when you're the largest player and also the country that happens to have the global reserve currency for the world, you can't afford a mistake. You can't afford to be the first mover out of the gate with it and then watch the rest of the world not use it and watch you fail because you can't get the liquidity onto the new network. You get the world to join on first, agreeing to bring their liquidity and utility to the network as it suggests here. At least it suggests it. And then you bring the USA on, so that way you know you're bringing the world's largest economy on behind it, and you understand what kind of predicament you are in as the United States government, understanding that your national currency also serves as the global reserve currency. You cannot afford to mess this up, especially knowing that you've just printed more money in the last year and a half, than all the money of the US dollar that has been printed in current circulation of the world. This, I believe, is where we are today. And we have to ask ourselves, how much further are we? How far away are we when an executive order coming from the White House on cryptocurrency and stablecoins, for which they are now referring to as a matter of national security? How far are we? Let's take a look at this, because we may not be far away from this, and it's a dollar level for XRP. We know that not only Credible Crypto is calling for it, but we also know Dark Defender's calling for a massive third wave for XRP, which could take us to, by the way, this third wave right here, could take us up to XRP targets of $1.23, $2.03, and $3.33 with wave 5. This is getting very interesting. Key resistance levels are 91 cents and $1.13. Key support levels are 75 cents and 70 cents. As most of us know, we will keep an eye on it as we move towards that goal. Looking right here, this is the same thing. I thought I had it up here. I thought I had a different one. I was going to bring CoinsKid in. By the way, CoinsKid calling for the $1.20, $1.23 region as well, on the bullish side of things, should we continue to move up and challenge that dollar level. Very exciting that we now have 3 technical analysts that are aligning and reading the tea leaves in the same manner.
So enjoy your day, everybody. I'm always here for you. Leave any comments or questions below, and be sure to subscribe. But thanks, everybody. I really appreciate you. Enjoy your day, and I always have your back. So thanks so much, everybody.